Hello and welcome to this week's Calorie Crush video. In case you're new here, here's the basics. My name's Carla, I'm nearly 50, I'm perimenopausal and I've recently started HRT. I'm limited regarding exercise due to bone-on-bone knees and lymphedema. I'm ex-Slimming World, ex-Weight Watchers and I've tried at-home hypnotherapy. I've considered weight loss surgery and I'm not planning to take that route. Since starting calorie counting, I've lost 7.5 stone, I regained just over 2 stone, and my current overall loss is just over 5 stone. Let's get on with the video. Hello, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to this week's truncated calorie crush. It will be a short one because there is no food diary, and I didn't record my weigh-in on the scales this morning. I'm not entirely sure what went on in my head. I took my phone down, I set my Renfo app, you open your Renfo app and it connects with your Bluetooth scales and then it records your weight into the app. But I didn't record it on video and I'm not entirely sure why. I will, however, be able to show you the screenshot that shows you what my weight is. And it is dated, so for those who think that I may, for some bizarre reason, enjoy making this up. Why no food diary? Difficult week. As I told you last week, we've recently lost one of the dogs. It's also been very busy. These are my only excuses for the fact that I haven't ate very well. I have been more mindful than past Carla was. You know what I mean? I haven't been constantly just on the go of I'll eat anything I want, but I haven't been brilliant. And I did, again, start a food diary and only lasted about half a day before I abandoned it. So I don't know quite what the deal is there. I don't know why I am resistant to doing a food diary at the moment, but I presume it's because I'm not really eating that well. I presume that's why. I presume it's because I'm not eating that well and therefore I don't want to show people. But last week, as you know, I had a £4 off, which I didn't feel was particularly well deserved, but then I'd had a large gain the 2 weeks before, so maybe it was just water weight reasserting itself or whatever. This week I have maintained, this week I've stayed the same. And I was relieved to have stayed the same, to be honest, because as I said, my eating's not been that great. There certainly were some cream cakes this week, there certainly were. I feel I'm full of aches and pains at the moment, and people keep saying that's because of your weight, and a lot of it is because of my weight, but also a lot of it is because of my age, because there's an awful lot of slim people my age who are also full of aches and pains, believe me. I'm full of aches and pains, and I'm full of, I don't know, I feel sad, I think, quite a lot of the time. I feel sad, and obviously part of that is going to be dealing with the loss of a pet, and part of it is seasonal because we still haven't had a decent batch of weather yet. Having said that, it looks like a nice day out there today, so fingers crossed we get a nice day of sunshine. I think things are about to be on the up. I'm hopeful of that because this is the week that my hours change at work. I'm going to be working evenings, which I'm quite happy about because it means I get my daytimes back. It means I can get my life in order a bit more during the day. I can get back to a better routine of filming and editing and a better routine of on my eBay business, listing and whatever, and I can just get back into the old routine a bit, which I have missed since I started work. I've really missed having the freedom to work during the day when my brain is up to it. I'm incredibly lucky in that the job I do outside of the home doesn't require me to use my brain an awful lot. So in the evenings when my brain is a bit slower and a bit more on shutdown, that's when I'll be working and it won't be too much of a problem. I'm really, really lucky for that. But yeah, I feel overall a bit down at the moment, a bit flumpy. I'm full of aches and pains. I feel bizarrely, I feel fatter than I ever did before. Having cut the couple of stone back on, I feel fatter than I did when I was at my fattest. That doesn't make any sense really, does it? But I suppose it's that as I had always grown fatter and fatter and fatter, and I just gradually got used to it, I didn't notice it so much as now I'm noticing the difference from when I got slimmer. I got slimmer and now I'm noticing that I don't have those same benefits. But again, 2 years have passed. I began to lose weight in August 2020 and I lost the bulk of my weight in the first 8 to 9 months. So that is 2.5 years ago. 2.5 years ago, which means it's been 2 years since I lost the bulk of my weight, and so I'm 2 years older is where I was going with that. I've gained 2 years in age and creakiness and all the rest of it. And so maybe I'm being unrealistic to expect to feel how I did a few years ago anyway. I don't know. But just overall, I feel like I'm breaking down, like I'm physically, like my body is just going, oh, I can't do any more of anything. Little aches and pains. I've had a pain in my left breast, under my arm. I've had a pain there for a few days, and a surface pain, almost like an irritation, but there's nothing you can see. There's nothing to be seen. And the same here. I had a pain here, and it's like a surface irritation, but there's nothing on the surface that you can see. I've had a bit of arthritis in this knuckle that's been playing. Stupid little things that just make you feel generally like bits are starting to drop off. It's old age, and it's going to come to us all if we're lucky. As Caroline always says, it's better than the alternative, isn't it? So I've got my weight loss board here, and I don't change anything on that this week because I've stayed exactly the same weight. So, like I said, I do actually feel like I've got away, really, with I've been lucky and got away with that. So, see, I feel quite happy that I've maintained, and I'm hopeful that I'll be able to get into a better pattern of eating over these next few weeks now that I'm going to be working evenings, because I think what I'm going to try and do is eat my main meal in the middle of the day. Very much old school. Our ancestors always did this. Our grandparents, you had your main meal in the middle of the day, and then you had tea, and then you had supper. But tea was an afternoon meal, in the afternoon tea sense of the word, and then supper. So basically, I think our ancestors tend to have 4 meals, and they had their heavier meals earlier in the day when they needed the energy, and their lighter meals later in the day when you don't need it so much. And that's probably a really good way of going about it, isn't it? I'm still not great at getting up and having a heavy breakfast, although I'm better at having breakfast than I used to. But I'm going to try having my heavier meal in the middle of the day to give me the energy to go on through, and then eat lighter meals. I'll take a lighter meal to work with me in the evenings, and maybe have a very last minute snack if I feel like I need it, you know, toast or something. Maybe not toast, because I do try to avoid too much bread, but maybe something last thing at night, maybe a hard-boiled egg or something, just to take me if I don't feel like my evening meal was enough. I don't know. This is still in the embryonic processing stage. But yeah, I'm definitely going to try and have my main meal in the middle of the day and not focus so much on an evening meal. And we'll see if it helps. I haven't got anything much this coming week apart from, like I said, apart from the fact that my hours are changing at work. There's not a lot else going on. The week after, what's the date today? Today is the 25th, which means I've got two full weeks at home, and then I've got a week off of work, and I'm going to go up and visit, Lex and I are going to go up and visit Jack. And I'm not sure, I think we said we were going to go Thursday to Saturday. So that will be the next thing on my horizon that I'll need to be aware of, but that's a while away. Thank you. I just want to say as well, thank you to all of you for your good wishes about Buddy. I'm going to pop a picture in here of Buddy for anyone who's new and doesn't know who I'm talking about. Thank you for all of you for your condolences. I haven't spoken about it much on videos because it's difficult, but a couple of people asked what happened, and what happened was Buddy was over 17 years old. That's what happened. Old age happened to him, so that he didn't have an accident, and we watched him deteriorate, and the last week he deteriorated quite rapidly, and we all agreed as a family that it was time. This is the making that decision for your dog. Making that decision for your dog is the final and greatest act of love that you can perform for them. It is the very worst part of being a dog owner, but it was time. Sorry. Sorry, this is why I don't talk about it. And somebody else said, well, why are you making videos? Because I'm needed to keep busy. If I keep busy and keep doing stuff, then I that's how I cope. I cope by keeping busy. So I don't want to end this one on a low note. So I've maintained. However, for that, we're going to go on. We're coming into the summer months, which is going to make it a lot easier to eat lighter meals and more salady veg and stuff like that, stuff that you don't fancy in the winter. So hopefully we're going to get a nice decent patch of weather, and I'm going to begin to enjoy the healthier food again and focus less on the heavier, starchier, rich, treaty foods, hopefully. Thank you for joining me. I'm sorry that I didn't record the weigh-in, but I will pop the screenshot back on the screen here for you guys so that you can see that I did actually maintain this week. I might put little circles around the salient bits because it's quite difficult to read, I think. You may want to pause the video if you want to look at it properly, if you actually care. And I will see you next week for next week's Calorie Crush. Take care. Bye for now.